Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5. Well, hello everyone. I am actually back again. Probably thought I've been gone. I've been gone for about a month and a week. Been real busy, but every once in a while you get this creative block, and a lot of the painters who do this, or artists who do this, painters who do this, go through the spell where they'll paint a lot, and then they'll go through these spells where they get a little bit of, like I said, a creative block. So hopefully, uh, I'll be able to come up with something. I had some ideas for something I wanted to paint, but I have a a letter from one of my fans. It's always nice to say that. Uh, Her name is Alexis, and she wrote me a letter. Let's see what the letter says. Well, paint a lunar eclipse. And actually, I already did, which is really good. So the last episode, and this was meant to be read on the eclipse painting. And thank you. I actually did get your message, and I actually did paint an eclipse. So if you look at the last painting I did, it was an eclipse. So thank you again, Alexis, for the note, and I appreciate it. Hopefully, people kind of like what I do, only because I enjoy it, and if you don't enjoy something, don't do it, right? So what I'm hoping to do is come up with something a little bit creative. So I will start off by making a little bit of I want to do a waterfall slash forest slash. Me. I don't know. Let's see. I hope that's not green. Yeah. So every once in a while. So let's just. Okay, good. I have some liquid white on the canvas already, and I just want to make somewhat of a. I like making this. It's kind of like I wouldn't even say it's a dusk painting. It's just a brightly lit painting, but it's kind of I don't know. I guess I'll just keep painting. So part of what I do is just I want to have like an orangish hue. So I take some crimson, and when you're doing this, you make your sky. You just want it to make it as nice. I mean, you're gonna see the brush strokes, but you can get rid of the brush strokes too. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Is I'm just putting it on right now, and then with that, and they say you kind of using a dirty brush, you kind of, let's see. I want to make a lavender color. Right? And then you want to make a blue. I want to make it blue. You know? So when you're doing your sky, kind of want to make them darker in the... So you'll see what happens once you smooth it out. So that's kind of the sky I'm going for. And obviously I'm not trying to go for, you know, all right. I'm trying to go for a cool sunset. I'm not gonna find a spot. I can put my palette down. But yeah, it's been a little bit. You know, I've been real busy. And you know, been soft. You know, I coach girls softball, and I work for a mortgage company. I had a project. I did some building projects. So yeah, I've been real busy. So yeah. So what they say is, try not to put a lot of paint thinner on your brushes, because you want to try to get as much of the paint out of your brush, because once you put it in paint thinner, it kind of it actually could smear it, because paint thinner and colors, they don't really mix that well. But I want to see, so you can kind of see what I'm going for. So kind of a solo scale. We're going to kind of see what we got here. So what I'm going to do now that we got the sky, and like I said, I don't take a whole lot of time trying to figure out, what I'm going to paint and how I'm going to paint it. Because, I mean, yeah, you could sit over a painting and just, get lost in it. And I'm not trying to do that, because some people only have a short period of time. And, and again, you're not trying to be a perfectionist. You're not trying to, I just want to put some things on there that, you want to put some streaks in there. Yeah, because skies aren't perfect. So you want to put some kind of a cloudy streaks in it, maybe a little bit of orange. And again, if you can prevent using paint thinner, it's probably your best bet. They always say, because once you take paint thinner and you put it on oil canvas, then what happens is you could smear it, but I want to see. Yeah. Yeah, because we'll actually smooth it out. And then, so with orange, sorry. So my goal is to make I'm going to see if I can make a mountain waterfall scene. So yellow and red hopefully make orange, right? So all right. You just want to make it nice and you kind of want to make a realistic sky. You know, you don't want to do a... The last time I did that, when I was shaking the brushes, actually shaking, using the beater brush, I actually made the mistake of doing this, and I had paintings, like as you can see around me, and I got some of the paint. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got some paint spotches on one of the finished paintings, and I was like, oh my god, I was so mad. But you know what happens. So now what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to make some... I don't know how people use 2-inch brushes. I don't know how. Don't know how they do it. But some people say you can, so. Yeah, we're just gonna make some trees. Some there background trees. Now you can make your trees however you want, but these are like distant trees. And you're using the tip of your brush. Yeah, so these are like... Okay. So these are... When I say distant trees, these are like way off in the distance. But the goal is to have trees in the background, and you kind of want to... When you don't want them so sharp, so you're going to just... When I say phase them out a little bit, yeah. Yeah, you just want them to be... When I say distant, these are distant trees. And not all trees, not all paintings are going to be one color. Like, oh, these are... The distant tree is supposed to be green. But no, these are way in the background. And as you can see, you can probably see what I'm getting at. But what I'm going for is... I'm going for like kind of a waterfall slash... So let's see. How do I do this? Yeah, I'm trying to see the best way to do this. Sometimes you just, as you're trying to envision it, and that's kind of what I'm doing now, is I'm looking at how I can showcase this. So what I might do is, the fan brush. You can use your green. See, when I do trees, yeah, I try to do, you know, I mean, and they're not going to be pretty. So you can, some people have them to where they go, because I use a real thick one. No, and they're not going to be pretty, but trees aren't necessarily pretty, nor are they straight. So, yep. And like I said, they're not going to be pretty. They're just going to be trees. And we're going to make a grove of them. Yeah. Anytime you make a mistake, you can always cover it up with trees. I don't know if you guys ever get that when you're trying to create something, you're so focused, you forget that you're actually filming. So there's some times when you're doing, yeah, yeah. So, let's see. How am I going to do this? Sometimes you kind of like, well, do I want to make Yeah, I'll continue it. So a lot of times you can make it dark, the grass dark, or you can make it light. So keep in mind when you're doing like depth, so if you want to make it look like this is, coming, like you're standing. The hardest part for me to do is to do it to where yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, what I want to do, and you normally cover with blue. I don't want to do that. I like if I'm going to make a waterfall, or if I'm going to make like rocks and rivers, or rocks and then like streams and then things like that. I want to be able to, how you call it? Yep. I want to be able to. Am I in the way? Okay. Okay. So now, I mean, you can make canyon walls and then the river. So that's what I probably am gonna do. Mm-mm-mm. Should I do that? Okay. It's not gonna be a road. All right. So. Okay. So. So. I kind of want to do a waterfall, but. So as you can see, I'm doing a little backwards, but that's okay. So when you're doing like the waterfall, you want, and I'm gonna do like rocks and things like that. So as you're doing these, you just kind of want to, you want to make sure that, yeah, well, you want to make sure that it looks good. You know what I mean? So what I try to do is you want to make them as realistic as possible, but you also don't want to make it so. I'm going to try something, and then forgive me, I don't talk a lot only because I'm really trying to make this decent for you. So I was told that when you're making rocks, you take a little bit of white, you take some brown, you know, and then you can go like this. You go, yeah. So now, yeah, I'm going to use this. Yeah. So you just want to make sure that. All right. So now I'm going to try and So basically when you're doing these, you're kind of just seeing. So So now, as you can see, we're trying to do a waterfall / do we want to we want it to go down a notch? Do we want to make it a little darker? So what you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, well, how do I want to do this? Do I want to make it more of a blue? Do I want to go like this? Because when you're making water, it's not perfect, right? So yeah, you just want it to be. You want it to be. So I'm gonna take this fan brush. I love fan brushes. Nope. I want that little whip. There we go. Is this gonna be a good one? There we go. Okay. I guess that's as good as I'm gonna get for as far as that is concerned. So what I want to do is I'm going to make it another. I'm going to. Should I do it this way? Should I go? Should I make? Nope. I just. Ooh. Ooh. Oh shit. There we go. All right. So now we gotta We gotta get really creative on this. Okay. Yep. So basically, what I'm doing is it's starting back there. It's got some rocks, waterfall, cliffs. I get really panicky when it's like, okay, what do I do now? So I could make a big like tree and then make it so the water like stops or goes that way or just basically pools, you know? So what do I want to do? Do I want to make it pool? Do I want to set like do I want it to keep going? So let's see. Yeah, let's do it this way. No, they're rapids, right? So the rapids are going to continue. Now, what you want to do is you can. So if I want to make, I mean, yeah, I can make evergreen and trees, but I could also make a tree come up like that. How do I do this? Let's see. I need something dark. Actually, okay. Mm-hmm. So as you can see, the trees. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Now I could, let's see. Let me see. I could take a palette knife. I could take a palette knife. Yep. Okay, there you go. Like that. Like that. So obviously the tree sticking out here, the waterfall. Let's see. You know what? Let's do another one. Yep. We're going to do one more, folks. Now, and of course, I didn't have the mic up where you could probably hear me, so that doesn't help. Now I'm going to find my green. Actually, all right, let's see. Where is my green, people? Where is my green? Oh, here, is this my green? Yeah, this is my green. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm going to go like this. Yep. Yep. So, what I'm gonna. Sorry, the video was cut short, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like and subscribe, and I will post more content soon. Thanks.